Okay, YouTube, I don't even know where to begin. I have been slacking forever on my 99 Silverado to put a video up and an update what's going on with this truck. As many of you know, truck's gone 940s in the quarter. There's me, iPhone. Anyway, this is the motor that has gone 940s. 408 iron block stroked. S488 103 from Jose Forced Inductions. Broke 2 crankshafts with this thing over the last couple of years. Turned out to be a harmonic issue. Had to go to an ATI, a good balancer. Should have done that in the beginning. Blah, blah, blah. Truck's been super fun. And we've wanted to go faster with it. It's fully caged. You guys have seen some of that stuff. We're all caged inside. We're full automatic, not full automatic, full manual valve body. On the 80, we have air shift capabilities. Swapped over to a Terminator X, is running it. Anyway, so we're 4-linked in the back. You guys know all that stuff probably, but we want to go 8s. And I've said, we're gonna go 8s, we're gonna go 8s. It's got 100, so we just got back from Streetcar Super National, 2 months ago. It went 940s again. Still got the stickers on it. Woohoo, Streetcar Super National. Some of the sponsor stickers are still on here. That was my number. But it doesn't have it in it to go 8s, as it currently is. I mean, that was on 27 pounds of boost. We've gone 940s. It probably would have done a 9.2 with a little more aggressive tuning in it, but I'm just done with that. I've been hinting at something for a long time, and I'm terrible. I haven't really showed the evolution of the build. Well, here it is on 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom, there it is. So, old motor's out. Trick Performance had the T6 manifold on that side, stock manifold, the crossover. Well, we're going big, folks. You are looking at Jose's GTR 98 113, I believe. This is a badass turbo. It's based on a Garrett ball bearing GT55. That is a Dart 427 built by Borowski Race Engines. See that there on the block with the All-Pro LS7 heads on that. Holley high ram. We've got Shear Fab's 2,000 horsepower core. We've obliterated the cowl. Almost got to the windshield. You can see the glass. We're going to be needing to do a cowl hood. Holley's lid, of course. Motion Raceworks 102 with their quick connect on it there. Just had some buddies help me with the turbo system just recently. What we started with was a Maven mount here, which holds off this chromoly tube. Goes into your turbo mount, if you guys are familiar with that. Holds the weight of the turbo. It's rigid mounted to the frame. Then we've got Shear Fab actually machines these. This is a stainless dual 3-inch. These are some big pipes. These are 3-inch coming out of some up and forward headers. Nothing to get too excited about on the headers, but they're 1 7/8 up and forwards. They go into 3-inch stainless, come out, and you can just see the craftsmanship of the welds on this here are just incredible. We come out to twin JGS 50 millimeter gates. Those are piston driven gates to 2-inch dumps that go down under the truck. Get an idea on both sides there. A little bit interesting of a flow on the hot side there. You can see that there, out of that one there. Our gates dumped there. And then we have this big 4-inch 180 right here. It comes around underneath everything. Comes on up and into our throttle body there. So that's the turbo kit. We're on solid motor mounts. Obviously we need to be on solid motor mounts for what we're doing. So everything's rigid mounted. The cold side has a little bit of play up in here with this coupling it. It's kind of a nice feature, but I've dealt with a lot of bellows before on turbo systems, and every bellow I've had has ever failed. And I've replaced them with straight pipe and had no problems. we'll see. But I think this is going to be pretty rigid in the frame. Out here, I don't think we'll have an issue with that. But anyway, so again, Browski built Dart 427. We're looking for around 2,000 horsepower out of this thing. It's a lot to ask out of it, but I want to run deep eights with this thing, and I think this is the way to do it. A lot more power, a lot bigger turbo, way more efficient, get rid of the log manifold. We're probably going to open up some new weak links with this thing, being that it has never experienced that kind of power level before. But we're excited. That's what you do. You got to push it, right? So we're all Holley stuff, as you know. We're going to be running their engine management system, their intake manifold. And then we also went with Aeromotive. They're not installed yet. But to feed this sucker, we've got their 10 gallon per minute pump, their mega filters, their extreme before and after filters. And then if you saw over here, the Motion Raceworks bracket that goes off the timing cover supports the Aeromotive high flow regulator there. We've already got our fuel pressure unit going into that for the Holley, but we're trying to just be one and done. I'm not gonna do this truck anymore. I've put a lot of time, money, and love into this thing to do some crazy stuff with it. I've had about 4 different builds on this thing at different power levels. And this is it. I'm not, where this motor takes us is the end. I'm not gonna, I know people say it all the time, but we're talking about a 99 Silverado here, folks, with a 03 cat eye front end on it that I put on it years ago. Yes, this all fits behind the grill. We purposely engineered it that way. We take this grill here and drop this in. Just beat on it. There you are. Now, that creates other issues, primarily being a radiator. Where does the radiator go? And with a truck this big, give me your comments. What do you think? I'm going to try to go under the cab. They have some long and skinnier radiators I can use off to the side of the transmission. I can go bed mount. I really want to stay away from bed mounting. I like the clean look of having a bed and people just thinking it's a truck. Exactly why I don't have bars coming out the back. So since I've last made a video about this truck, I got my NHRA license to go up to 850s. That's where I'm at. The cage is certified. You can see the cage passed inspection, but that's the key, is I've got down bars. Sorry, it's hard to move in here. The down bars all stay within the extended cab. Because the down bars in the extended cab doesn't look like much on the outside. So what do we have left on fab work here? Well, we've got a lot of the bones in place. I've got to do the fuel system, as you know. I got to tie in from here into here, there into there, get my rails hooked up on the back. Water pump's got to go in. I've got a fab. I'm going to use a standard water pump. In fact, it's over here. It's just a truck water pump. It's nothing to get excited about, but they pump really well. Or I had it over here somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but I have a regular water pump that we're going to add some AN fittings onto it, and then we'll run the water down under the truck. Obviously, we have a large air-to-water intercooler there from Sheer Fab, and most people would put that tank in the bed. Again, I don't want to do that. There it is. It's mounted already next to my CO2. So we've got our air-to-water ice box right there, and I'm going to run a bulkhead fitting, which will have -16 lines that come up. So there'll be a return on the backside and a feed that'll come out and drop down. I'll have a little gusset aluminum plate with double AN 16s. There'll be lines that go down from here to the pump. The pump will be under by the frame rail going forward. So again, I want to kind of keep this all concealed. I've almost considered cutting out the back to put the radiator back here and building a shroud that comes up to, you can't have that inside the cab, so it's got to be sealed off. But bringing up air from underneath to go through the radiator and pass out, I don't know yet. The radiator will have to go somewhere, and I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be yet, but we'll get there. We'll get it. I kind of like having it be a sleeper, and I'll try to attach a video from the last race from Las Vegas at Streetcar Super National, where the reporters or the guys covering the race, it's their TV feed, and it's just, they get all excited about this truck. They like it. But anyway, what do you guys think about the the piping? Honest opinions. It's pretty gnarly, but I like it. What's your thoughts? 3-inch, this looks massive, but that's what we did it at. It was 3-inch. Only things left on the cold side and hot side we got to do. I need to mount a 60 millimeter blow-off valve. And I think I actually want to, I got to clean these welds up. I'm not the best aluminum welder. I did these. Other buddies did the other stuff. But we're going to clean these up a little bit. They're sealed up. But I'm going to mount I don't know if I want to put the blow-off valve. A lot of guys run twins. I'm just going to run a single 60. It's also a JGS piece. They're all piston driven. But anyway, there it is there. I've got a single 60 to go on it. That being said, either put it up high where it's visible, like off to a side right here, or underneath, directly underneath, or my thoughts were to drop it down off this turn here or somewhere. Keep it out of the way, just where it's not even seen. I don't know, tell me what you think. We'll probably decide on it before you tell me what you think, but I'd like to get your opinion, what you guys like. So, but the gates are done. You've seen the gates, they just shoot down. Boom, boom, there. And tomorrow we're fabbing up. Let's take this back off real quick. Let's try not to break it. There we are. I will run a turbo guard on the front of it, just because I don't want to eat anything when I decide to take it to a car show or something. A turbo guard there, but as far as the downpipe goes, I'm kind of torn, either between coming out right here and fender exit right here, or bumper exit down here. Either way, it's going to be made out of 5-inch. It's pretty hard to get the scale of this pipe, but it's ginormous. If that's 4-inch, that's my 4-inch intercooler. You can see the 5-inch there. And that'll just 90 out of down here. I've got the flange for that. And we got some pipe to bring it over underneath down here. And we're either going to drop it down again and shoot out there or up here, like I said. So haven't decided quite yet what that's going to be. But regardless of whatever we do, it'll look awesome. I really like it. I don't think there's another truck quite out there like this. Everyone has, everyone likes to do their own thing, and I'm not trying to copy anybody out there. I know there's some other fast trucks out there. I hope to line up against those trucks out there and put a beating on a lot of them, to be honest with you. I think it'd be fun. I want to go take this thing. I want to do stupid things with this truck. I want to, I say 8 seconds. I don't think 7's even possible, but I want to take this deep into the 8s. I want to see if I can break out of my cage shirt of 850. So if I can break out of 850, who knows? I don't think 7s are a possibility with this. It's just too heavy. I just don't think the parts will hold up, but I want to be different. And I don't think there's a lot of people that go this path. It's 4-wheel drive. A lot of boost on 4-wheel drive. Some big tires. Coilovers, all 4 corners, 4-link in the back. No torsion bars, no leaf springs. I've done about all you can really, well, I shouldn't say all you can do, but all I'm willing to do. This is my heart and soul going into the last of this last build here. And it's not cheap, but this is what makes me happy to do this. This is my fun and to be different. I got a lot of stuff to figure out here. Let's all get cleaned up, pull out unnecessary stuff from previous builds. We're gonna run the stock alternator bracket. I'm gonna powder coat that, clean it, powder coat, put it up there, water pump, stock belt configuration, routing pattern. It's all stock. We're gonna have to go to probably a 3 or 4 inch cowl hood. As you see, it comes down right there. When I didn't have the cold side pipe connected, it would actually close at that point. And this hood, we're just cutting it up because this hood's done. I've had a boost coupler blow off there, smashed that. Obviously this hood came off of a rolled over 2500, 03 2500 HD. So that was already there when I got it, but this is the play hood to just do stuff with. So I'll get another hood, I'll mock it all up on this one, and then we'll either build a cowl hood or maybe someone has a cowl hood out there I should just buy. Don't know. Long video, guys, but again, it's long because I haven't done any videos on this forever. I'm super stoked about this and excited to do some cool stuff. Do any of you guys just have the desire to do kind of like I do, just something that no one else is doing? Everyone has a Fox body. All my friends have Fox bodies. All my friends run low 8s or 7s in their Fox bodies. And that's cool. Don't get me wrong, that's awesome. And I have no disrespect for anyone who does that. I imagine that's got to just feel amazing to do that. But who does this in a truck? Who has fun building sleepers? It's just my thing. And most trucks you see, they aren't extended cabs. They are just regular cab. So that's kind of where this journey began. I wanted to be different. Anyway, there's a lot more coming on this truck. We want to be at a race in 2 months in Vegas again. We want to be doing some amazing things with this. So hopefully we can get this build done, fire it up, tuned, dynoed, and go make some passes on it. At the same time, what we're doing, when we're doing this all down, I've got a dummy transmission in it right now, because with solid motor mounts, you got to mock it up with a dummy tranny in it. So I've just got a case in it right now. But this is its transmission right here. This transmission lasted about 2 years on its, 2 years, but it all depends how much you drive it. But on its current configuration and power levels, it did well. But we used a full manual valve body from Extreme Automatics, which is similar to a Griner valve body. But they're the only ones that make a 480 reverse pattern billet with the trans brake. It's badass valve body. But anyway, on the last pass ran 9.4. I watched the Holley data log on my RPM versus my when my shifts occurred, and usually it's a nice, you can see the RPM climbing and it drops off real quick. Well, these were kind of a sliding, and I knew that was my clutches starting to slip. And so forward clutch looked perfect in them, but the intermediate, this is a 1-2 shift right here in the intermediates, and you can see that they've been starting to slip in here a little bit. And this is called a dynamic clutch, meaning it's on and off during the shifts, where a forward clutch is just on when you're in gear, and it never has to disconnect and re-engage. But you can see those steels, they've been hurting. The directs are a grooved faced clutch, and these are actually Raybestos blues, and I run 6 of them in my direct, and you can see I hot spotted them there. None of these are warped, and they actually ran a 9.4 on the very last pass this thing went, but I just know they're starting to slip a little bit. What are we gonna do? We're gonna turn up the line pressure a little bit, maybe 15 to 20 PSI, excuse me, more line pressure. And we've got a lot more consumables in here, clutches and steels, and we'll get it redone. So yeah, the tranny's getting a freshen up while we got it out. We also went to a bolt together. You guys probably don't even know that. I'm a full bolt together, Circle D, and we just did a stator swap on it. This was the stator that ran the last pass at 9.4. It's slipping a little more than I want. So we're running into a tighter stator that's gonna pull the stall down effectively a little more. But since we're going to way more power, we need more stall. And what I mean by stall is we need it to bite, to be a little more efficient. It's actually gonna be harder for it to flash it up. So, but that's what's gonna give us a mile an hour out of this truck. Right now we have a personal best of 143.5 in the quarter and 117 in the 8. But we're gonna go faster, way faster. Thanks for hanging with me, guys, on this video. I'm sure there's a lot more I'm forgetting to talk about, but I wanna get you just kind of a rough catch up, catching up to where we are now and what I'm doing with this. It's a sucky last couple of years. Corona really sucks. And this has been kind of my outlet to do my own thing and be myself. And I'm actually really blessed to be able to do this and to have some fun with my creative passion, to do stuff I like to do. There's a few other people out there doing this too, obviously. Lots of people got to do it, keeps them happy. Check out Mitch Stapleton, Stapleton 42. He has the green Escalade, or the wrapped teal Escalade that runs really fast. He's been an inspiration to me to stick with my heavy pig, go fast hobby. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Subscribe and leave any comments you might have. I will answer your comments. Tell me what you think. I think this is badass, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Have a good night, guys.